Every spring, millions of gardeners make the same expensive mistake. They start over from scratch. They buy new seeds, plant new vegetables, and spend months rebuilding a garden that could have been producing food already. But experienced gardeners know a different strategy. Instead of replanting everything every year, they fill part of their garden with vegetables that come back again and again. Some return for 5 years. Some for 10. A few can keep producing for decades. Imagine walking into your garden each season and finding food already growing before you've planted a single seed. No replanting. No starting over. Just harvest after harvest. Today we're counting down 20 incredible vegetables that you plant once and enjoy for years. Some are surprisingly common. Others are hidden gems that most gardeners have never heard of. And our number one vegetable can continue producing for over 20 years when properly cared for. Let's begin. Number 20, Cut and Come Again Lettuce Mixes. USDA Zones, 3 to 11. While not technically perennial, Cut and Come Again lettuce deserves a place on this list. Instead of harvesting the entire plant, you harvest only the outer leaves. The center continues growing and producing fresh leaves for weeks or even months. Many gardeners get multiple harvests from a single planting. This simple technique dramatically increases productivity while reducing the need for constant replanting. It's one of the easiest ways for beginners to experience continuous harvest gardening. Number 19, Celery. USDA Zones, 2 to 10. Most people harvest celery once and pull the plant out. But celery can continue producing new stalks when harvested correctly. By cutting outer stalks and leaving the center intact, gardeners can enjoy repeated harvests throughout the season. In mild climates, celery may even overwinter and continue growing the following year. This makes it far more productive than many gardeners realize. Number 18, Watercress. USDA Zones, 3 to 11. Watercress is one of the most productive leafy vegetables you can grow. Given consistent moisture, it continuously produces fresh peppery leaves. Instead of harvesting entire plants, gardeners simply trim what they need. New growth quickly replaces what was harvested. In suitable conditions, a watercress patch can provide harvests for years with very little effort. And the vegetables ahead become even more impressive. Now we're moving into vegetables that don't just provide multiple harvests in a season. These plants can return year after year, rewarding gardeners with reliable harvests long after annual vegetables have disappeared. Number 17, Mache, Corn Salad. USDA Zones, 4 to 11. Mache is one of the most cold-tolerant salad greens in the garden. What makes it special is its ability to self-seed. Once established, mature plants often drop seeds that germinate naturally when conditions become favorable. Many gardeners discover new patches appearing year after year with almost no effort. The tender, nutty-flavored leaves provide delicious winter salads when most other greens have stopped growing. A single planting can lead to years of recurring harvests. Number 16, Sorrel. USDA Zones, 3 to 9. Sorrel is one of the true perennial vegetables that every gardener should know about. Unlike annual greens that must be replanted every season, sorrel returns reliably every spring. The lemony, tangy leaves emerge early and continue producing for months. A healthy plant can remain productive for 5 years or longer. Because the leaves are harvested continuously, gardeners often enjoy dozens of harvests from a single planting. It's one of the easiest perennial vegetables to grow. Number 15, Tatsoi. USDA Zones, 4 to 11. Tatsoi is famous for its cold tolerance and ability to regrow after harvesting. When gardeners remove only the outer leaves, the central growing point continues producing fresh foliage. This allows multiple harvests from a single plant. In some climates, tatsoi may self-seed and return naturally. Its spoon-shaped leaves remain tender, productive, and highly nutritious throughout cool seasons. And the vegetables ahead don't just regrow leaves, they can provide years of dependable harvests from the same roots. At this point in the countdown, we're entering vegetables that many gardeners accidentally treat as annuals even though they can provide harvests far longer than expected. These crops reward smart harvesting with season after season of production. Number 14, Bok choy. USDA zones, 3 to 11. Most gardeners harvest bok choy as a whole head. But that's not the only option. By cutting the plant about an inch above the soil and leaving the root system intact, bok choy often produces fresh new growth. This technique can provide multiple harvests from a single planting. In cooler weather, regrowth is especially reliable. Many gardeners are surprised by how much extra food they can harvest simply by changing how they harvest. Number 13, mustard greens. USDA zones, 2 to 11. Mustard greens are one of the easiest cut-and-come-again vegetables. Instead of removing the entire plant, harvest only the outer leaves. The center continues producing fresh growth for weeks. Many varieties also self-seed freely. Once established, gardeners often find new plants appearing naturally throughout the garden. This combination of regrowth and self-seeding makes mustard greens a valuable long-term producer. Number 12, arugula. USDA zones, 3 to 11. Arugula is another vegetable that loves to come back. When harvested correctly, plants continue producing fresh leaves again and again. If allowed to flower, arugula often drops seeds that germinate naturally. Many gardeners plant arugula once and find it returning season after season with little effort. Its peppery flavor, rapid growth, and natural reseeding ability make it one of the easiest vegetables to maintain. And now we're entering the top 11, where the harvests become even more impressive and long-lasting. Now we're entering the top 11. These vegetables don't just give you a few extra harvests. Many gardeners depend on them year after year because of how reliably they regrow and continue producing. Number 11, leaf lettuce. USDA zones, 3 to 11. Unlike head lettuce, leaf lettuce is perfectly suited for continuous harvesting. Simply remove the outer leaves while allowing the center to keep growing. The plant responds by producing more foliage. This cycle can continue for weeks or even months depending on weather conditions. Many gardeners harvest from the same lettuce plants dozens of times before finally replacing them. It's one of the simplest ways to maximize food production from a small space. Number 10, spinach. USDA zones, 2 to 11. Most people think spinach is a one-time harvest crop. In reality, spinach can provide repeated harvests when managed correctly. By removing only mature outer leaves, gardeners encourage continuous new growth from the center. During cool weather, a healthy spinach planting can provide fresh harvests for an extended period. Some varieties may even overwinter and resume growth the following season in colder regions. Number 9, collard greens. USDA zones, 6 to 11. Collard greens are famous for long harvest seasons. Instead of harvesting the entire plant, gardeners remove lower leaves as needed. The plant continues growing upward while producing new foliage. This allows harvests over many months from the same plant. In warm climates, collards can even survive winter and continue producing the following year. Their productivity and durability make them one of the most valuable vegetables for continuous harvesting, and the vegetables still ahead can keep producing for years rather than months. Now we're entering the truly remarkable vegetables. These aren't just crops that regrow for a few weeks. Many gardeners enjoy harvests from these same plants for years. Once established, they often become some of the most dependable food-producing plants in the entire garden. Number 8, Swiss chard. USDA zones, 3 to 10. Swiss chard may be one of the most productive leafy vegetables you can grow. A single healthy plant can provide harvest after harvest for months. Simply remove the outer stalks and leaves while leaving the center intact. New growth quickly replaces what was harvested. In mild climates, Swiss chard often survives winter and resumes growth the following season. Many gardeners find themselves harvesting from the same plants far longer than expected. Number 7, Malabar spinach. USDA zones, 7 to 11. Despite its name, Malabar spinach isn't true spinach. It's a vigorous climbing vine that thrives during hot weather when traditional spinach struggles. Once established, it produces a continuous supply of edible leaves throughout the growing season. In warm climates, it readily self-seeds and often returns year after year. Its rapid growth and incredible productivity make it a favorite among gardeners looking for long-lasting harvests. Number 6, Kale. USDA zones, 2 to 11. Kale has earned a reputation as one of the most reliable vegetables in the garden. Harvest the lower leaves, and the plant simply keeps growing. Many gardeners harvest kale for months from a single planting. In colder regions, kale frequently survives frost, snow, and freezing temperatures. In milder climates, it may even continue producing into a second season. A well-grown kale plant can become one of the longest-producing annual vegetables you'll ever grow. And the top 5 vegetables on this list take long-term productivity to an entirely different level. We've reached the final 5. These vegetables are where the idea of plant once, harvest for years becomes truly exciting. Many gardeners consider these crops permanent residents of the garden because once established, they can provide harvest season after season with surprisingly little maintenance. Number 5, Rhubarb. USDA zones, 3 to 8. Rhubarb is one of the classic perennial food plants. A healthy rhubarb crown can continue producing for 10 years, 15 years, or even longer. Every spring, thick red stalks emerge from the soil without any replanting. As the plant matures, harvests often become larger and more productive. Many gardeners inherit rhubarb patches that were planted decades earlier and are still producing today. That's the kind of long-term investment few vegetables can match. Number 4, Chives. USDA zones, 3 to 9. Chives are one of the easiest perennial vegetables and herbs you'll ever grow. Plant them once, and they'll return every spring. The clumps slowly expand each year, producing more edible leaves as they mature. Gardeners can harvest repeatedly throughout the growing season without harming the plant. Many chive plantings remain productive for decades. They're tough, reliable, and almost impossible to stop once established. Number 3, Egyptian walking onions. USDA zones, 3 to 9. Egyptian walking onions are unlike any other vegetable in the garden. Instead of producing seeds at the top of the plant, they produce small bulb clusters. As these bulb clusters become heavy, they bend toward the ground, root themselves, and create new plants. That's where the name, walking onion, comes from. A single planting can slowly spread through a garden for years. Gardeners harvest the green stalks, underground bulbs, and top bulbils while the colony continues expanding naturally. And if you think that's impressive, the top 2 vegetables can provide harvests for decades. We've reached the final 2 vegetables. These are the ultimate examples of planting once and harvesting for years. Many gardeners consider them lifetime crops because a single planting can continue producing food long after many annual gardens have been replanted dozens of times. Number 2, Asparagus. USDA zones, 3 to 10. Asparagus is one of the most famous perennial vegetables in the world. But it requires patience. Unlike most vegetables, asparagus spends its first few years building a strong root system. Many gardeners wait 2 to 3 years before taking significant harvests. The reward is extraordinary. Once established, an asparagus bed can remain productive for 15 to 20 years. Some well-maintained beds continue producing even longer. Every spring, tender asparagus spears emerge from the soil ready to harvest. No replanting. No reseeding. Just years of dependable production from the same bed. It's one of the smartest long-term investments a gardener can make. Number 1, Good King Henry. USDA zones, 3 to 9. Most gardeners have heard of asparagus. Far fewer know about Good King Henry. This old-fashioned perennial vegetable has been grown for centuries and deserves far more attention. The young shoots can be harvested like asparagus. The leaves can be harvested like spinach. And the plant returns year after year from the same roots. Once established, Good King Henry can remain productive for many years with minimal maintenance. It thrives in a wide range of conditions and provides multiple edible harvests from a single plant. For gardeners seeking true long-term food production, few vegetables offer as much value. That's why it earns the #1 spot on our list. Most gardeners spend every spring starting over. But by adding even a few perennial and regrowing vegetables to your garden, you can create a food-producing system that becomes more productive every year. From kale and Swiss chard to rhubarb, Egyptian walking onions, asparagus, and Good King Henry, these plants prove that a garden doesn't have to be rebuilt from scratch every season. Plant them once. Care for them well. And enjoy harvests for years to come. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which of these vegetables are already growing in your garden? And which one are you excited to try first? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more gardening tips, perennial food crops, homesteading ideas, food forest strategies, and practical ways to grow more food with less work. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next garden.